Hello friends and welcome back to our today's tutorial. It is my duty to help you discover the simplicity of mathematics. Now let's look at this beautiful exponential equation, Math Olympiad. When you look at this question, you'll be like, wow, how do I solve? You can pause the video for a while, think on how we can answer this, and let's know your answer in the comment section. Remember, there are so many ways you can solve these questions, okay? One of them is what I will show you today, but I will introduce you to many. Now, my advice to students who always venture into this Math Olympiad, solving questions involving exponential equation, because this is an exponential equation since it involves powers, is that they should know or be friendly with their equations, because most times this can lead you to linear, quadratic, higher polynomials, system of equations, and the rest of them. They should also be familiar with their logarithm and also the rules that are guiding these exponents. And when they know this, then they are good to go. So let's see how to answer this. So we're going to begin with solution. Now, to answer this question, just like I said at the beginning, there are a lot of ways you can do this, okay? A student can choose to, because our target is on X. So anything that you want to do which follows a defined procedure that is legal, okay, in mathematics is acceptable. So a student can choose to say, let me divide each of these terms by 9 to the power of X. You can still choose, another can choose to say, let me divide by 6 to the power of X. Another can still choose to say, let me divide by 4 to the power of X. All this can give you or will give you the same answer. In today, we are going to use this to divide each of the terms, okay? You can try these other ones and let's still know what you will get in the comment section. So let's do this. Divide each term by this value here. So we have 9 to the power of X. We are dividing it by this. Then we have minus 6 to the power of X. Also divide it by this, okay? Is equal to 4 to the power of X. Divide also by 9 to the power of X. I hope this is clear. Now at this point, what do you do? This, when it divides itself, is 1. Because anything divided by itself gives you 1, just like this. So this has given us 1. I hope this is clear. So we're going to have 1 minus. Now, what do you do to this? Remember, at this point, if you remember your rule of indices, which gives you as this rule says that if you have something like this, it is the same as a over b to the power of m. That means the two values will share one power since their powers are the same. So let's apply it here. To do that, we're going to have 6 over 9 to the power of x is the same as this, obeying this, is equal to, do same here, we're going to have 4 over 9 to the power of x. I hope you see that. So what do you think you should do next? You can reduce this. 3 can go in here to give us 2. 3 here will give us 3. So we're going to have 1 minus 2 over 3 to the power of x is equal to, this cannot be reduced, but we can express it in its exponential form, because 4 is a perfect square which can be written as 2 to the power of 2. Did you see that? So we can express 4 as 2 to the power of 2, and 9 is also a perfect square which can be expressed as 3 to the power of 2. So we can write this as this and then raise it to the power of this x. Okay? Still obeying our rule, still obeying this rule, which says that this over b is to the power of m. We can do same here, and in that case, we're going to have 1 minus 2 over 3 to the power of x is equal to, this will give us 2 over 3 to the power of 2 is also raised to the power of this x. I hope this is cleared. This is what we have, and we are raising it also to this power. Now, what you also need to remind yourself is another rule of this exponent which says a to the power of m raised to the power of n is the same thing as a to the power of n to the power of m. You just switch powers. Okay, so we can do same here. If you do that, we are going to have 1 minus 2 over 3 to the power of x is equal to 2 over 3 raised to the power of x, then raised to the power of 2. This obeys this and is the same as this. I hope this is clear. So what do you do next? At this point, what do you do? This is going to, you can now see that these two values in the bracket are the same. So you can choose to replace it with any variable of your choice. So you can say, let 2 over 3 to the power of x be equal to, let's choose maybe y. Okay, so put it here. We're going to have 1 minus, the whole of this has become y, is equal to, this has become y, and you raise it to the power of 2. So you see, this is leading you to an equation which we call quadratic because the highest power of this y is 2. So make it look more beautiful. Remember, this is the same as y squared is equal to 1 minus y. If you have a is equal to b, it is the same as b is equal to a. Okay, so to make it look more beautiful, we have y squared, gather everything to be at the left side. So this negative y, add positive y to both sides. So we're going to have positive y here, and this add, subtract 1 from both sides you have, and everything here is equal to 0. So did you see what you've got? You have gotten a beautiful quadratic equation. So we're going to solve this. There are so many ways you can solve this equation, but one of the ways we can choose, because we cannot factor this, okay? Let's use the formula method to answer this. So remember your formula, which we got from this general equation. Here you can see that your a is, so let's remind ourselves of this general quadratic formula, which says that x is equal to negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, you see your a is the coefficient of your y squared, which is 1. I hope you can see. Your b here is the coefficient is also 1. So that gives you your b. And your c is negative 1. So let's plug it here to now have. So what we are going to have here is y is equal to negative 1 plus or minus square root of 1 squared, because our y here is 1. Okay. 4 multiply a is also 1, and our c is negative 1, all over 2 multiplies 1. So if you simplify this, you have negative 1 plus or minus 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is 1. And if you multiply this, it gives you positive 4 all over 2. So you see it's becoming interesting. So at this point, let's simplify further. If you do that, you are going to have y is equal to negative 1 plus or minus square root of, at this you have root 5 over 2. So the values of y are 2, but you are going to choose the real one, okay? So we have it that if you choose y as negative 1 plus root 5 over 2, remember what you said from the beginning was, let 2 over 3 to the power of x be y. Okay, so if you are choosing this as your y, and this, let's list the two of them. So the question is, which of these two values are we going with? The two values of y, because these are the two values of y from here. Are we going to choose the two? Remember, if you simplify this, your value is going to be negative, and you cannot have something like this raised to a power of this x to give you a negative number. It can be negative. So you see that this becoming negative has eliminated it. We don't need negative value. So we're going to work with positive, because when you simplify this, it's going to give you a positive result. I hope this is clear. So in that case, we are not using this value of y. So this is the acceptable y value. Now that I've gotten the value of y, let's plug it back to get your x, because the question is on x, not y. So in that case, you can now say 2 over 3 to the power of x is equal to our y is negative 1 plus root 5 over 2. Now, when you have this, how do you get x? Remember, when you cannot express this as a product to be in this form, it means you need your logarithm. So we are going to take logarithm of both sides. In that case, we are going to have log of 2 over 3 to the power of x is equal to log of negative 1 plus root 5 all over 2. Did you see that? Now, remind yourself of this rule of logarithm, which says that the rule says that if you have log a power x, it is the same as using the power to multiply, okay? And this is what you will have. So at this point, what do? This power will multiply the log. So when it does that, we're going to have x log 2 over 3 is equal to log of, so we can write it, log of negative 1 plus root 5 all over 2, okay? So this is what we have. Now, how do you simplify further? To get your x, you divide both sides by log of 2 over 3. Divide this by log of 2 over 3. So that this will cancel. Our x will now be log of negative 1 plus root 5 all over 2. Divide it by log of 2 over 3. So quickly, you can use your calculator. Let's plug this into our calculator, okay? You can use your calculator to plug it in. We can also choose to express further obeying the rule of logarithm. So if you plug this, the numerator will give us x is equal to, we have negative 0.2090 over this denominator will give us, we have negative 0.1761, okay? So divide it finally, your x is going to give us 1.1868. You can approximate to a given instruction. I hope this tutorial really helps you a lot. If it did, please don't forget to tell us how much in the comment section. You can subscribe for the more you get from us and click the notification button for more updates from us. Remember, you can share this tutorial with your friends and give us a thumbs up. It gladdens our hearts to do more. I will see you in our next class. Till then, bye-bye.